Alright, boys, let's get right to it. If you are listening to us today, you too have a strong passion for hitting the books. If you can agree to that statement, you are in the right place. Welcome to episode 1 of Hit the Books, our new podcast all about sports gambling, where I, Tyler Huffnagel, my co-host, Michael Mackey, and our phenomenal producer, Jesse Cox, break down what is going on in the sports gambling world, trends that we're liking and disliking, and finally our picks for the week. Mackey, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, guys? I'm Mackey. Excited to get going, Hit the Books podcast, and I'll send it off to our phenomenal producer, Jesse Cox.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the pod. We look forward to delivering top-quality content each and every podcast. I'm beyond excited to get going with the boys. Without further ado, let's get right into Week 1 of the 2021 NFL season. Kicking off Thursday, September 9th, is Dak Prescott coming off an injury with his Dallas Cowboys, visiting Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Currently, the Bucs are favored at 7.5 points, and the over-under sits at 52. I got two things to add about this game. First, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers bring back all 22 starters from last season. This is the first time in over 40 years that the Super Bowl champs were able to do this. Also, the 49ers and the Buccaneers come in as the biggest favorites in all the games of Week 1 matchups at 7.5 points. So what do you guys think? You think we got an interesting matchup here? What do you think, Huff?
I personally like, if you're going to take someone with the points here, I'd go Tampa Bay. I'm not too confident in that pick yet, but I just think that the Super Bowl champs, Tom Brady and the boys, are going to come into this thing swinging at home. Thursday Night Football, first game of the year. You know, they got something. They don't necessarily have something to prove, but they're a team that's going to come in. They got their whole defense back. That defense is nothing to mess with. Dak Prescott coming off an injury. It's really going to depend how he can play. I don't know. What do you think, Mackie?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're underrating Dak a little here, coming off an injury.
Might be.
So I got one more thing to add about this game. These two teams haven't met since 2018. In the last matchup, Dallas took the money line, but Tampa covered the plus 7.5. So keeping it a close game, you know.
That was also a lot different of a Tampa Bay Buccaneers
100%.
team.
100%.
No defense, different quarterback, obviously best quarterback of all time. No discussion.
I don't know. I think if the Cowboys are going to come out swinging in this game, it's going to depend a lot on that offensive line, the offense with Zeke and the receivers, Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, guys like that. But I don't know. I don't know if that defense can hang with that offense.
That's the thing. It's all about the Cowboys' defense. Cowboys' defense comes to play. I don't know.
It always comes down to their defense.
Just could be a defensive battle.
It could. And who comes out on top in that?
Dallas doesn't look too good coming out on top of that.
Yeah.
But you never know. I don't know.
Now we're moving into the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Both these teams have something to show in Week 1. Buffalo and Josh Allen coming in at number 3 in scoring and number 2 in total offense. And the Steelers coming in at number 3 in total defense, with TJ Watt leading the NFL in sacks, tackles for loss, and QB hits last season. So I think this is going to be an interesting game, even though it's set at Bills minus 6.5. Let's go to Mackey. What are you thinking?
That Bills offense against that Steelers defense, that's a matchup. Great first Week 1 matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely think Buffalo's going to win. I can't see them covering 6.5, but wouldn't bet against it either.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in with those Vegas spreads sometimes, where they know what it can really come down to, and I can see this coming down to maybe a 6-7 point game.
I just think it's based off of how Big Ben plays.
Yeah,
whichever Big Ben comes out is.
And a lot of the Steelers' hopes going into this year are set on Big Ben and the offensive line, like with
that brand new offensive line.
the new build offensive line. The very young. We had a lot of guys retire. You know, Ben's really the only guy left from the old regime, and we're trying to rebuild this team and kind of keep the team going and have one last run with that old cowboy and see what he can do.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing much. Getting up there in age, you know, guys moves like molasses out there.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know if I can touch this game.
Yeah, the only thing I would take is just from previous knowledge of a Steelers fan is Steelers aren't known to come out as a hot team. I don't know what the Week 1, the first half spread is. But
around 25, 26.
That's probably something I'd look at for that Steeler game is the Buffalo with the points in the first half spread. But it's going to be Buffalo minus 3.5 for the first half. I could see that.
I like that. I
could see a 14-10. Literally,
14,
right, hit it right on the
10,
point,
yeah,
right on the head. 14-10.
They know.
Get a Najee Harris touchdown in there first quarter.
It was a 3.5.
Well,
That's a half-point cover. You take it, right?
They can see the future.
What is
dude.
Najee at for?
He's
a
plus
touchdown?
he's plus 110 for an anytime touchdown. I don't know what the first odds are.
Probably.
I do
crazy.
like that. I could definitely see him.
They're gonna
in the end zone.
abuse him on the goal line.
They are gonna abuse him. Because they can't trust
First
Big
touchdown.
Ben, so.
He's plus 800 on the first touchdown.
Not sure how I would feel about that.
Steelers are gonna
First
get
touchdown.
I
Buffalo's gonna come out swinging. I honestly
Yeah.
have Josh Allen as top 3 candidate for MVP this year, so I think he's gonna
I was gonna say
come out swinging.
if not, I was gonna say I could sprinkle him for MVP. He has a lot of.
He's got to have good odds. What are his odds at MVP?
He was last time I checked. I think he was 1,200. Yeah, 1,200.
Is he the front runner?
No. Mahomes 500, Rodgers 1,000, Brady 1,200. He's tied with Brady at 1,200.
Come on.
And then fifth is Dak. Tied at fifth is Dak and Russ.
Get my boy going.
And Lamar. And Matt Stafford all at 1,700.
Matt Stafford. There's
so
so
much
much
hype for
There's
Matt
way too
Stafford,
much hype
dude.
going into that Matt Stafford, I swear.
And then the young Justin Herbert at plus 2,000.
Matt Stafford, in my eyes, has not.
Justin
proved
Herbert has
anything.
better MVP odds than Baker Mayfield.
Well, Justin Herbert's supposed to have a breakout year, too.
Yeah.
Chargers also throw the ball 40 times a game,
Yeah,
so.
the Browns abuse Chubb. But, all right, Jets, Panthers.
Jets are the worst team in football. Hands down.
Over the Jags.
Yeah, definitely.
Again.
Relatively low over under at 45.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
I
offense.
think
Not
that's.
a lot of movement there.
I don't really like that over or under because you got a rookie quarterback coming in. You don't know how he's going to perform. Then you have Sam Darnold against his former team. He can either come out and shit the bed or he can come out and put up 5 touchdowns. On
Yeah,
him.
like
So,
he could either one wouldn't surprise me.
Sam
Like,
Darnold is a very
inconsistent quarterback,
very
very
that's a good
average
way to
NFL
put it.
quarterback. If
You
he's
never really know what he's going to do.
Yeah, if he's the quarterback on my team, I'm not necessarily confident going in every Sunday, but I'm not necessarily like
I think
totally
he's a good.
mad.
I think he's a good third down quarterback.
he's kind of.
honestly.
Would you take Sam Darnold or Teddy Bridgewater?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah,
100%.
like-
Of course.
100%. I think Sam Darnold has nothing going for him.
Yeah. All right, let's get into another boring game.
Yeah, Jacksonville, Houston, again, another low over under 44.5.
44.5.
That's low.
So low. That's lower. It's
Now is Deshaun Watson playing?
No.
It's like
Tyrod Taylor.
they've
week one
announced
starter.
they've announced that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's like suspended indefinitely. He's on that list that Antonio Brown
Yeah,
was on,
the,
the Josh
sexual
Gordon
assault
list. The
case,
Josh
yeah.
Gordon list.
God bless him.
What do we think about Trevor Lawrence here?
They're gonna like what Mackey said. They're
I
gonna win
think-
week one.
I think it's enough to get past Houston, but I don't know how I feel about him. I do not like him.
I mean,
for
is
Rookie of
anyone
the
still
Year.
on Houston? Brandon Cooks, he's still there.
Brandon Cooks is still there.
That's not enough.
Jadeveon Clowney's gone.
Yeah, he's bouncing around now,
Who do they have? No one.
dude.
They're a lost cause.
Yeah, I can't. say-
Whatever their odds are at 0-17, I wouldn't go against sprinkling something
yeah,
on that.
seriously.
Houston's won the last 6 matchups against Jacksonville.
Different teams.
Yeah,
I don't like
Of course,
trends like
no,
that.
always. But
it's with Deshaun Watson in the lineup.
Yeah, and not Trevor Lawrence. You never know what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
You never know.
he's very hit or miss.
All right, Cardinals, Titans.
all right, what are we thinking? Cardinals, Titans, -3, 52.5. I don't know.
I like the over.
Yeah,
I think it's a shootout.
I like that.
I think it's 21-14 by the end of the first quarter.
Yeah,
Going at it. Kyler Murray's gonna have a good year this year too.
yeah. I was gonna say the Cardinals have a good defense. I mean, so do the Titans. They both have the kind of new defenses. The Cardinals getting J.J. Watt and the Titans getting Bud Dupree off the Steelers, but
yeah.
I don't know. Derrick Henry could have a lot of yards first game. Get after that rushing record pretty fast.
Yeah, he could. Matters how much they use him again. I mean,
with Julio Jones there now, they have a different weapon on the offense.
Just so they can do whatever they want now. Ryan Tannehill has to do something with this offense this year. I mean, he has 2 powerhouse options at receiver, and then he also has the most dominant running back in the league right now.
I like A.J. Brown. I'm a A.J. Brown fan.
Yeah, if Julio wasn't there, I'd take him as a top 5 receiver this year.
Yeah.
Especially with targets.
Yeah.
For all those fantasy players out there.
Yeah, what are we thinking about them Eagles and them Falcons?
These
in
are,
Atlanta,
in my opinion, the 2 worst teams to bet on.
Yeah, I don't like either of those teams.
But I don't know. I believe in Jalen Hurts. I don't think a lot of people do. I believe in Jalen Hurts. I think he has a lot of upside. I think he's putting in the work in the offseason.
I'm the same. I think the same thing. I thought a lot of people too that don't believe in Jalen Hurts, but I think if a lot of this depends on their receivers. They've notably not had a number 1 receiver the past, I don't even know how many years. Since they brought in Alshon Jeffrey and he was a bust there.
Yeah, well, hopefully they just drafted their receiver.
Or Devontae Smith. Hopefully he can do something for Jalen Hurts and help him out.
You never know, though.
But
so for this one, I got another all-time stat. The unders hit in the last 5 matchups between these 2 clubs.
48
the under?
and a half.
You say the under?
Yeah.
I could,
So, maybe take that in consideration that it might be
I think FanDuel knows that too.
Yeah,
that's why
exactly.
it's favored.
I don't know. I could also like that 48 and a half. You could see
over?
No, under.
Yeah.
I could see it happening. You never know. I don't see Falcons offense putting up too many points.
I mean, they're just going to throw the ball 60 yards deep to Ridley every play. Yeah. That's what they do every year. They just get a receiver that can go deep, and they're just like, here.
Yeah, and they just overuse him.
Yeah, and then he tears his 2 ACLs and goes to the Titans.
Goes to the Titans.
All right, now let's go out to check out the LA Chargers versus the Washington football team. The lowest spread of the week at -1 for the Chargers, and under 44.5.
And an even money line.
Yeah, and very even.
I'll start.
108.
Let's hear it. Have you got some?
I'll start right off here.
I
think I'm taking the Chargers here.
I like it. I don't love the Chargers. I think the Chargers have too much hype going into them.
They get the safety back. What's his name? Derwin James.
Derwin James, yeah.
He's a beast. I don't know. I just
feel like
Eckler's back. Wasn't he hurt last year for a little bit?
Well, Eckler's getting 80-90% of the snaps now. He was in a committee for a few years.
Who was the other guy?
Don't ask me that question right now. And I don't know. I feel like Chargers are just very good at blowing football games.
Yeah, I agree.
Washington found ways to win games last year and ended up coming on top of that division.
And now they got Fitzmagic under the gun.
They do. And what is he the best at? Winning games in the first 5 weeks of football.
And then blowing it in the second half of the season.
The NFC East is also so up in the air that every team has fire under their ass to go out and win that division.
Yeah.
Because it's so up in the air, anybody can win that.
But the only reason that I think that it's so close is because Washington's at home here. If this was in LA, this would be a Chargers -3.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's not, so
yeah,
it's -1.
Yeah, it's my book. All right, let's move ahead. San Francisco 49ers at the Detroit Lions. This is the other 7.5 game this week. What are we thinking?
Lions are another lost cause in this league this year.
When he was on the Rams, I was a supporter and I defended him, Jared Goff, but I don't know if I could defend him much in Detroit.
No, I don't defend him at all. I think he's one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the last decade. He signed one of the biggest contracts in
he wasn't worth that money.
History.
He wasn't worth that money.
After they made it to the Super Bowl and put up 3 points in the Super Bowl? And now LA ships him off to Detroit for him to die, and Detroit's going to have one of the worst seasons ever.
And the 49ers are going to cover 7.5 very easily.
49ers are such a team that can either go 3-14.
Who's the week 1 starter for them?
What?
Who's the week 1 starter for them?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, he's starting?
I don't know.
I think he is.
I think he is. He's also definitely on a tight leash if he is. You're not going to draft a quarterback top 5 and then not, think about using him.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I could see 49ers winning that game by 14 to 17.
7.5 is a high spread, but
that's the thing is if the Lions get the first touchdown of the game, it's anyone's game at that point.
Yeah, but I like the Niners.
Yeah, I like the
to come out
Niners
on top in that game.
All right, let's head over to the Seahawks at the Colts. -2.5. Huff, big Seahawks fan. What are you thinking?
Big Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Give me the Seahawks here with the points.
With the points.
Yeah, I'll take them with the points. The 2.5. That's. I mean.
I like it too. I think Seattle has an offensive line problem.
It always comes down to the Seahawks have the same problem as the Steelers, the offensive line. But I mean, the one problem they don't have, the Steelers don't, is the defense. The Seahawks have to. Their
defense, I can compare to Dallas very close.
Yeah, that's honestly
because they both have potential to be top 10 defenses in the league.
Either team could go to the Super Bowl, but the biggest if is the defense.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I think Seahawks come out
Metcalf,
on top.
Lockett. I mean, I think they have another big year.
Probably.
Yeah, Seahawks. I think the Seahawks come out on top.
I think Seahawks cover that game. I don't know. I'm literally the biggest hater of Carson Wentz. I don't think.
Me too.
Isn't he out? Yeah, I don't think he's playing. But I'm just saying, I don't think even with the Colts, that move they made to get him, I don't think.
I think he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league now.
Yeah.
But I'm also a Cowboys fan, so I got some built hate up for him. A little bias.
All right, let's go to the last 1:00 game on Sunday with the Vikings and the Bengals at the Bengals.
I see a lot of upside for Joe Burrow this year, but I don't see them having anywhere remotely close to a winning record. I think Vikings take this pretty easily, definitely.
With the 3.
Definitely -180 money line.
Easy. Yeah, I like the 180 money line.
Yeah.
Games can get close at the end, so I don't trust the 3, but I think they take this with ease.
Yeah, I'd probably take the money line there. I didn't see that. I like the 180. You put that with something else, maybe make it some plus money.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook's gonna have a breakout year too. He's got a lot of expectations this year.
Let's move to the first 4:25 game on Sunday. Well, FanDuel's reporting a 4:26 p.m. start. The Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. Patriots coming in at -3 on the road, or excuse me, at home rather.
Mac Jones.
Let's see it. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones versus
What are
Tua.
your thoughts on Mac Jones?
I don't know. I think the Patriots win this game. I'm not
I firmly
sold.
disagree.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold on the Dolphins hype. I don't think
I am either.
They had a good year last year.
I just don't think.
What were they, 10-6
I don't
last year?
think Tua is going to turn out to be what people think he is.
But he doesn't need to be yet.
I know, yeah, but I'm just saying, in games like this,
for games like this, he doesn't need to be who
against
they
Bill
want him to
Belichick. He needs to be
against Bill Belichick and his 7-9 team last year.
I mean, he's still the coach. I think Mac Jones is going to come out strong.
Not taking anything. Well, actually, I am taking something away from Bill Belichick, but Tom Brady is definitely the main reason for that. dynasty.
Absolutely. I just saw something.
Don't get that twisted, because you see what Tom Brady did last year without Bill Belichick.
Oh, yeah,
what did Bill Belichick do without Tom Brady? Yeah, he doesn't need him.
He's still an elite coach. Yeah, I don't know. I probably just the home factor, the coaching. I don't know. I probably would not bet this game.
But if you had to.
Miami money line.
I'd literally go right against it. It's the Pats money line. So yeah, I'm probably not going to touch that game. This next one I am going to be touching.
Go for it. Hop read off.
We're going to have the Cleveland Browns going into Kansas City and facing the Super Bowl favorite Kansas City Chiefs.
They can't lose week 1.
It's -6.5. The Chiefs come in Yeah. What do you think here?
The Chiefs will not lose more than one game this entire season.
They can't lose.
And I can promise you one of them is not going to be to the Browns and Baker Mayfield in week 1.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, no way. I think Chiefs easy.
That 290 money line could be 1,000. It wouldn't surprise me.
I'm surprised it's only 6.5. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not like the weird 7.5.
It's because the Browns have so much hype going in this year.
You got to. It's probably.
I mean, they're a good team.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
They're gonna. I mean, they definitely have a lot of things to go for this season.
Definitely a playoff team.
Yeah.
Over under at 54.5.
It's a high over.
Pretty
That's
high.
A high over under.
It's also Pat Mahomes
versus Baker Mayfield. This new Browns team.
I mean, I could see Pat Mahomes putting up 35 himself.
Yeah, can the
Browns can definitely just cover that 19 points, 21 points.
Yeah. I'm not a big over-unders guy.
Yeah, me either. Yeah. I stay away from those.
Yeah, it's just luck of the draw.
Flip of a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chiefs come out on top in that one. I think we both agree on that.
Yeah, no questions.
Yeah. Pat Mahomes might have an MVP season.
Yeah.
Got a lot of upside, of course.
Alrighty, and now we're moving to the Denver Broncos at the New York Giants. -2.5. The Broncos are favored at -158 with the over-under set at 41.5.
It's another
low one.
Yeah, that's another low one there.
Well, you got two unsure offenses going at
it. Yeah.
I like Broncos. I like the spread here. I like the money line. I don't think the Giants. I'm not very fond of the Giants. I think they.
You don't think Saquon comes back and has a big game?
I don't think he's gonna have a chance to because his offensive line is just so
weak.
Can't do anything.
Yeah,
they can't do anything. I don't think the Giants have a good season at all. I think they.
Danny Dimes.
I don't understand how you draft him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll go Broncos on that with you.
Like the spread or?
I like Broncos spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Broncos. Broncos have
Teddy two gloves.
Defense.
Teddy, I'll take.
Yeah, they also named Teddy Bridgewater the starting quarterback.
I'll go with Teddy.
I like him too. We'll see.
All right, Final Four, 30 game. The Green Bay Packers at the New Orleans Saints. Are they playing in New Orleans?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that with the hurricane.
No, it's actually not being played. It's being played in Georgia, I think.
Okay, cool.
I could be wrong about that. It's somewhere down south. I think it is Georgia.
I think you're right. It is Georgia.
Yeah, but they're going to be out of New Orleans for, I think they said, 2-3 weeks.
Give me the Packers -4 here.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to walk in and say, fuck you, and just drop 6 touchdowns and have another MVP season. Because they didn't appreciate him enough. He's coming off he has one Super Bowl.
He's going to have that kind of game in a primetime Sunday afternoon game, and he's going to give the big middle finger to the front office and say, I'm still here. Yeah.
I think he's got a big chip on his shoulder. I think they're going to come in, probably put up at least 35 points, and get out of here with a win. I like the -4 as well. Yeah. I don't think New Orleans is going to be able to keep up with Green Bay's offense, but... Yeah, I definitely like Green Bay -4 here.
Yeah, I don't think Jameis Winston's going to be keeping up with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
All right, let's move into the late night game.
Sunday Night Football.
Late night game. Chicago Bears at the Rams. -7.5. Another 7.5 game. Must have missed that. Over under 46. So
this one shifted. This was lower.
That's tough. 7.5.
Now, my opinion with this pick would probably change if Justin Fields was the starter, but I'm not going to bet it just because the money's not there. But the Rams money line, the Rams are going to win this game.
Yeah, I can't see the Bears coming out on top of this game, especially starting Andy Dalton. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why they're even starting Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
you draft a quarterback.
What was he, 15th overall? Something in there, 14.
You draft him first round. He's your first pick. You have a lot of upside for him, and you're starting a quarterback who you picked up off the waiver wire.
That's
what do you expect?
At this point, bounce around teams. You had to try. You can say he had a career with the Bengals.
He has no upside, and I don't understand why you would even think about starting him in this situation.
But if Justin Fields was starting, I would, and this wouldn't be the spread if Justin Fields was starting, but I'd probably take the Bears with the points on the plus if Justin Fields was starting. But I don't know. That Rams defense is tough. So, yeah, give me the Rams.
Yeah, definitely give me the Rams to come out on top in that game.
Yeah,
I'll stay away from 7.5.
Yeah, that's 7.5 scary just because I don't know
if you like it, I wouldn't.
I don't like again the Stafford hype. I don't believe in it.
He doesn't even need the hype right now. He can just You could start anyone in the quarterback in this game, and I think they still come out on top.
Yeah. If you want to throw that 350 money line in a parlay, I think you're all right on that.
Can't lose, baby.
All right, Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the Raiders, -4.5. I got something for this game. Baltimore is 12-3 straight up in their last 15 games against the Raiders.
You say that's that again?
Baltimore is
12-3 straight up in their last 15 games against the Raiders.
This is a tricky one.
Again, that's an all-time stat, but
I don't trust Baltimore here. I don't really trust Baltimore at all.
I'm thinking the Raiders with the 4.5.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, Raiders could take this one money line too. I mean, going into Las Vegas,
I was thinking I like the money line. Is that the plus money line bet of the week?
Could be.
We wait till Monday.
Coming on Monday night, waiting for the last game of the week, and you're going with it.
Last game of the week.
It's primetime game, so that makes it a little more of an even game.
Yeah,
you're going into Las Vegas.
No one's a 215 favorite on a Monday night game.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time Las Vegas is packing the
new barn
capacity.
Yeah, packing the new barn.
I don't know. They're going to walk into an electric environment, and it's going to be tough.
It's going to be nuts.
But Lamar Jackson can.
He can do whatever. Yeah, he's capable of anything, and
it can go either way.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards Raiders to get the win here.
My bet here. I'm gonna say Raiders money line.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go Raiders on the money line there. That could be on. That's on the.
That might end up on the team card.
Slap that one on the team card. That's on there.
Let's make our bold bet of the day.
Stay tuned to hear the team card.
Yeah, team card's coming up.
And now for this segment of the podcast, we're going to go over the team card. This week, we got 3 straight bets. First off, with Seattle Seahawks at -2.5 against the Colts. Then we have Packers -4 and Raiders money line. Along with those, we also have a divisional parlay that Mackey's going to go over.
Yeah, first week of the season, you got to have a special divisional parlay going on. So we got the Buffalo Bills at -155. We see a lot of value in that. Not many teams can come close to the Bills this year. We also got the Chiefs at -290. I think that's a given. And we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at -240. This is plus 213 odds, so a $100 bet would win $213. I think it's a lot of value in this parlay. So
yeah, I'm a fan of that parlay a lot. And the picks for the week, they look good. Let's make some money. Let's get after it.
Mackie, you going to throw your 5-unit all-in max best bet on the divisional parlay?
I don't think I can find another bet to throw max play in. Buffalo Bills, Chiefs, and the reigning champs of Buccaneers.
The divisional winners.
Come on, it's free money.
Free money.
Free money. So that's a 5-unit max play.
All right, let's get into some of the season awards for this year. We'll start out with the MVP with the favorite, Patrick Mahomes. Then we got Aaron Rodgers plus 1,000, Tom Brady 1,200, Josh Allen 1,200, and Dak Prescott 1,700 to round out the top 5. Any of those players? Do you see any of those players being the MVP this season?
I don't know. I mean, you can never count out Pat Mahomes. I think every year he could have an MVP.
He's it's kind of like the thing with the NBA with LeBron. Every year you could give it to him.
But that's why you got to think plus 500.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like Aaron Rodgers to win it back to back.
I agree.
I'm not on Rodgers and I'm not on Brady for the MVP.
Brady just doesn't have the seasons anymore that
he can do it. It's basically right now for me. It's coming down to I don't think Dak is going to win MVP right off of that injury.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I don't know. Don't count my boy out.
I think the top 3 for me is personally Mahomes, Allen.
I love the value at Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, the value behind Josh Allen. That's absurd. It's 1,200.
I thought he was going to be plus 700, right behind Mahomes.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, I'll count him. I don't think he has the line to let him do it this year.
I definitely think the value's at Josh Allen.
I'll say Josh Allen plus 1,200. I like it.
Let's move on. Let's go offensive rookie of the year. This is the one I have some sway in.
Let's hear yours.
I personally have a stake on Najee Harris.
Wonder why.
Plus 900 offensive rookie of the year. Bias aside, I think he's going to have a big breakout year coming into the NFL at Alabama. The Steelers' offensive line is going to need to help him out a lot to get that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big.
That's why he's sitting at the 900, and they know that. They're going to rely heavy on this run game. He's going to get the ball a lot every given Sunday, and it's really going to come down to the offensive line. It's a very hit or miss bet, but I think the value's there at 9-1, and
he's going to do well.
I like Zach Wilson's value at plus 700. Because Trey Lance and Justin Fields are not even starting right now. So
I said the same. I don't know. I don't think the Jets or anything about Zach Wilson. You're not. I don't know if they can have a rookie. I don't know if he has the weapons around him to have a rookie of the year season.
Rookie of the year. I think Trevor Lawrence is set up for it, so I think he has the best value.
The hype is at Trevor Lawrence. Anytime you have a player come into the league like that, and they're almost expected to win it.
Pretty much given.
Mac Jones, I don't see the value at 450 for him.
Yeah, no value there.
I mean, I think if they make the playoffs, then
he is a starter.
His value goes up, but his chances of making the playoffs.
He is a guaranteed week 1 starter. Him and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm gonna go T-Law here at plus 400. That's my pick for rookie of the year.
Yeah. All right. I'm still riding with my boy Najee.
Najee at plus 900.
Defensive rookie of the year. This is one I don't really have too much opinion on. I don't know. Usually the favorite, one of the top guys, wins this because things that I said, the hype around him. Guys like the favorite this year is Micah Parsons at 600.
He was a steal for the Cowboys in that draft.
I like Patrick Surtain for the Broncos.
Oh, okay, I like him too. Yeah.
That linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
See, defensive rookie of the year is always so hard to. You never really know
because they're not guaranteed the touches they're gonna get.
Yeah, right. I mean, I really like Micah Parsons here at plus 600. Patrick Surtain's plus 750. He can have a good year.
And then you could have some absolute underdog blow up because of an injury.
Let's see
step in.
Jesse, let me see some more. Let me see some more names here.
J.C. Horn plus 1,500.
I'm not really sure who that one is.
That dude on the Panthers. Cornerback, he's nice. South Carolina.
Okay.
Greg Newsome on the Browns, 2,500. This is where you're just getting in it. You might as well close your eyes and pick someone.
Just go back up.
All right, defensive player of the year. This is another one that the top 3 guys I think are. You could flip a coin and call any of them the defensive player of the year the past 3 years, but.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Aaron Donald.
Cut out any of them. Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett,
T.J. Watt. Now you got guys like the Bosa brothers and Chase Young coming into the conversation.
I like Chase Young at plus 1,100.
I don't know. If T.J. Watt is there with the numbers again, they cannot short him 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
They can't do it to him 3 years in a row.
Yeah, actually, that is a good...
If it's against Aaron Donald again, I can see them doing it to give him the three-peat. Just because I don't know if that's ever been done before. But if it's, say Aaron Donald were to get hurt and miss a couple games and it were to come down to T.J. Watt versus Myles Garrett, Myles Garrett will probably be the favorite to win it, but say T.J. Watt had a sack.
There.
He would say he was a sack more or but maybe had 4 less tackles. You got to give it to T.J. Watt.
I like T.J. Watt at plus 850 there.
Yeah.
I like the value there. I think that has the best value out of all of them.
And dude, if he hasn't signed his extension yet. They keep talking about that kind of stuff on the radio. If he doesn't sign his extension, he's going into this season a contract year. You know what I mean? He's got to ball out.
Yeah.
And if he walks away going into next summer with it needs a contract, he's a free agent and he's walking away with the Defensive Player of the Year award.
Talk.
I really like T.J. Watt here.
That's big money.
Again, he led the NFL sacks, tackles for loss, QB hits last season. He kicked ass, loved it.
Are we going to agree on this one? T.J. Watt?
Yeah.
I think so.
Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, I didn't want to be too biased with my Steelers here, but...
It's all right. You got 2 of them in there.
I mean, 850 and 900. If either one of them hit, that's nice value.
Now let's get into the comeback player of the year.
The favorite at Dak 200. You know,
I feel like it's a given for him.
The value for me here is McCaffrey. If that Panthers offense can rally around him with Darnold, and if they can get anything going there,
it's just being a quarterback. You have so much more potential.
Exactly. And I don't see it with Joe Burrow. I'm just
I think Christian McCaffrey should have better.
And that's nothing against Joe Burrow. It's more the guys around him. They didn't build the offensive line. They didn't really address any of the issues that they've had. So
you're not going to take Saquon Barkley.
He's not going to be in too many positions to win games this year. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to take Saquon Barkley just because.
Like you said,
Christian McCaffrey over Saquon
yeah, that's Barkley. I was looking at the numbers and I said the same thing. If it comes down to them two, they're going to take McCaffrey.
I think if you go value here, you go Christian McCaffrey, but I think the smart bet here would be Dak Prescott at plus 200.
Yeah.
NFL comeback player of the year. I think that's set up for him to win.
All right, now this is kind of a random one, but it's on here. You know, there's some odds on it. AP NFL Offensive Player of the Year, so that's the one that they all vote on.
Oh man.
No, isn't it just the Offensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
MVP,
yeah, you're right. I'm thinking. I'm thinking of different leagues now. All right. So favorite McCaffrey plus 1,000.
How does he have better odds?
Mahomes plus 1,000. Derrick Henry plus 1,000. Dalvin Cook 1,300 and Aaron Rodgers 1,300 to round out the top 5.
This is very weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a total toss-up. I mean, a guy like Mahomes could have 500 touchdowns. And
I'm just going to say Mahomes just because he has the same odds as all these.
Yeah, give me Mahomes at plus 1,000 if I'm taking Derrick Henry at plus
1,000. Come on.
You know what I mean?
I think that would mean he couldn't win MVP, but the value's still there.
Yeah.
If I don't get him at first, I give him a second.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, let's roll. Another thing I want to talk about is division winners. So we'll start off in the AFC. See what everyone thinks. Get everyone's takes on this too. AFC East. I think we already talked about this. We're pretty confident in the Buffalo Bills' ability to take over the AFC East.
Yeah, I think Miami's their biggest competition. You guys seem to think it's the Patriots.
I think the Patriots have the ability, if Mac Jones and Belichick can get a kind of a special relationship going, almost like something you have with a young Tom Brady at one point. If they can get something going, I'm not counting out the Patriots, but I think the Bills win the division. I'm not counting out the Patriots as a wild card team, but I think the Bills get this division easily at minus 155.
Yeah, I agree. Bills minus 155.
This is one of the tough ones. The AFC North, three very well-known teams to win this division. The Ravens, Browns, Steelers. And
I like the Bengals now. I'm kidding.
You got the Bengals in the basement at 1,800. I don't know. I as a Steeler fan, it kills me to say this. I think the Browns are going to win the division. And I think Steelers are going to make the playoffs as a wild card team. And that means the Baltimore Ravens are going to miss the playoffs.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that, but
could. It's very likely that it's so hard for 3 teams in one division to make the playoffs.
I like the Browns here, too. I think they have good value.
It's the 115 isn't worth it on the Ravens, and I'm just waiting for the Lamar Jackson, the bad season to happen.
And you can't trust Big Ben.
And J.K. Dobbins just tore his ACL. That's big. Next one, I think we all agree on this, is Titans. The AFC South.
Yeah, minus 110 I think is a steal for the Titans.
I mean, I don't think you could pay someone to put money on Jacksonville or Houston, but
yeah, so it's just the Colts, and the Colts are very up in the air right now with their quarterback situation.
Yeah, so. And the injuries all over the field. But last AFC is AFC West.
Obviously, the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Chiefs.
No explanation.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
Yeah, I don't know. Herbert has the ability to maybe win a game against the Chiefs at home, but I don't know. No one else in that division is going to win. You play everyone in your division twice. That's six divisional games. So I see maybe them losing one divisional game.
If that one.
Yeah, they could sweep the division.
I see them having a
Because that's
record
really
year.
that's what it comes down to with divisional games or winning divisions is the divisional matchups.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's honestly why I think Cleveland comes out on top because I see them beating Baltimore at home. They're going to beat the Steelers when they're at home. I can see the Steelers beating Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and I can see that's the division where everyone's going to win their home games. You know what I mean? And whoever wins that one road game is going to win the division. I can see it being Cleveland winning in Baltimore to go 2-0 against Baltimore on the year. That's I think that's my prediction.
I think it'll be very close. I think
it's going to be. I forget my record.
Too.
I did it the other day. I sent it to my to Ace. It was like I had the Browns. I want to say 12-5, Steelers Steelers 11 and whatever the math is on that.
6.
It's 11-6 with the 17 games, and Ravens right under them, 10 wins.
10-7, yeah.
But I don't think 10 wins. You might not get in the playoffs in the AFC this year.
No, yeah. Well, last year, Miami was 10-6, and they didn't make the playoffs. I don't think.
Yeah, but I'm saying now you got the extra game, so now it's actually even worse
Yeah.
to go 10 wins. You're 10-7 instead of 10-6.
Yeah, it's even worse.
Yeah,
right.
Technically the winning percentage is worse. All right, NFC East.
What are you thinking here? You already know who I'm going with.
Yeah,
so
you're the Cowboys.
gotta go with my boys.
Gotta go with the Cowboys.
Yeehaw!
I don't know.
The value here isn't very plus 150. I mean,
Not impressive.
I think, not that I would take either of them, but I think the Eagles are more favored to win this than the Giants. But I don't know.
Agree.
I'm gonna
I think the
go.
Giants
I just think the Dak, Zeke, if that defense can ball out, they're gonna win the division.
I just
easily.
think like with a healthy quarterback, that Dallas is easily the best team.
I think Washington is about a year away, 2 years away from being
a solid quarterback. Away from being
they're a solid quarter, and that's all they're missing. And that's about a year, 2 years away. Whenever they get him in the draft and he gets developed and ready for that,
exactly.
Because that division is up for the grabs. They really just need to make a jab at it and go for it. All right, NFC North. We got Packers at minus 165, Vikings plus 280, Bears plus 550, and the Detroit Lions at plus 2100.
Wow.
I mean, if Aaron Rodgers comes through and balls out,
Yeah, that minus 165 is easy if he plays.
I think that's like a good value for them. I don't see Minnesota being very good this year.
Yeah,
They'll be
Dalvin
like
Cook's going to do his thing, but
8-9
Kirk Cousins
team.
is going to. I don't know. That defense isn't
I
anything.
don't trust Kirk Cousins. I
Yeah.
don't think he's very good.
I'm the same way,
Actually.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you could really count the Bears out. Count the Lions out.
and then you go down in the NFC South. You got the Bucks, the heavy favorite at minus 240, and then you go over Saints plus 440. Atlanta is going to be plus 850, and then you got the Carolina Panthers 12-1. Give me the Bucks here. I'll take them with the. I don't care how heavy a favorite they are. They're not losing that division.
Yeah, you got Jameis Winston, quarterback in the New Orleans Saints, coming in behind a all-time quarterback of Drew Brees.
Yeah,
It's gonna be hard to come and take fill his shoes.
Yeah, the quarterbacks in this division are Tom Brady, Jameis Winston, Matt Ryan, and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, who do you think's coming out on top of that?
Yeah,
I'll take the Bucks any day here.
the last one's always the hardest. The
Now,
West.
the NFC West. I don't know.
I'm a Seahawks fan. They're not going to win the division.
I legitimately think that every team in this division can come out on top.
The best value is the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think that they have the least amount of chance of winning the actual division,
But they have the best value because the
Yeah.
other ones are even, but they're all nicely sitting at 2-1.
I like the Rams at 2-1. I think Matt
I'm the
Stafford
same.
has
Yeah,
a lot.
that defense is way too
He
good.
has a lot to prove, but that defense can back him up a time or two.
100%. Yeah. I don't know. Definitely Rams.
and that's going to do it for us here on episode 1 of Hit the Books. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at hitthebooks.pod and check out our website at www.hitthebookspod.com for all the latest of Hit the Books podcast. And please always remember to study hard.
Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.